Right now at 6, crews are on the scene of a major fire in Toma, what we know so far.
And Viroqua area schools are looking for public input as they search for a new district administrator.
Watching WKBT La Crosse, this is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski. The numbers are out and traffic deaths are on the rise in La Crosse County.
News 8 Now's Grace Monk has a look at the numbers and what's behind them.
La Crosse County saw an increase in traffic accidents, fatalities, and injuries in the last year. Today, I talked to county officials about that increase and how they plan to address it. In 2024, La Crosse County had 3,485 car accidents. In 2023, that number was 3,355. The accidents resulted in 734 injuries and 8 fatalities. That's the most fatalities in La Crosse County since 2021. A member of the Highway Safety Commission says most accidents were caused by illegal driving.
43% of all of the fatalities were involved in impaired driving. And then 14% of all serious injuries also involved impaired driving. Other notable illegal driving behaviors include speed and distracted driving and aggressiveness.
Over the next year, the county will work on a comprehensive safety action plan. The county expects the safety action plan to be ready in May 2026. In La Crosse, Grace Monk, News 8 Now.
An Altoona man is charged with his 12th OWI offense. According to the criminal complaint, 63-year-old Mitchell Bundy crashed into some garbage cans in Altoona Friday and admitted to drinking beforehand. Bundy's OWI convictions go back to 1993, his most recent in 2012. He's held on a $10,000 cash bond.
A home in Toma is a total loss after a fire. It happened on the 1200 block of Stoughton Avenue. Fire crews say everyone inside made it out safely. A dog was rescued from the upper level of the house, but a cat remains unaccounted for. No word yet on what caused the fire.
UW-Madison is among 60 schools under investigation for anti-Semitic discrimination. In a letter to the university, the Department of Education warned of a potential loss of federal funding if schools don't fulfill their obligation to protect Jewish students on campus. The department says the investigation was launched in response to a rise in complaints since Hamas attacked Israel in October 2023. Last week, $400 million in grants were stripped from Columbia University for their inaction to protect students from discrimination.
According to CNN, the department will start sweeping layoffs tonight. The reported goal is to cut about 50% of its workforce. The department employs around 4,400 workers. Earlier today, an email was sent to staffers saying D.C. and regional offices will be closed until Thursday.
The city of La Crosse is considering a plan to reconstruct a major stretch of state road. Common Council is poised to vote this week on a resolution to enter an agreement with the state to redo State Road from Losey Boulevard to the city's eastern border. This project aims to address the deteriorating road conditions. The roughly $800,000 project is expected to be included in the city's 2026 to 2030 capital improvement plan.
Democrat Rebecca Cook is jumping back into the congressional race. Last fall, she came close, losing by just over 11,000 votes to Derek Van Orden. Her campaign targets big drug prices, housing challenges, and what she calls Washington's chaos. Cook says the reason why she started to run in 2023 still remains the same.
My dad was diagnosed with prostate cancer when I started running in the 2023 cycle on his prescription drugs. $1,800 copay for a 1-month supply of one drug, $1,200 for another 1-month supply, and those prices aren't changing. And so, taking on big pharma that's jacking up the prices of our medicine, that why continues and remains.
Cook, an Eau Claire native who grew up on a dairy farm, says she'll continue to fight for working class issues.
State Republican Party Chairman Brian Schimming responding to Cook's announcement, saying, quote, two-time loser Rebecca Cook is making a third attempt at running for Congress after losing to Derek Van Orden. 2026 will be no different. Western Wisconsin voters will reject two-faced Cook's radical far-left views.
Absentee ballots for the April 1st spring election go out today to voters with requests on file. Ballots must include a witness signature when returned. The request deadline is Thursday, March 27th. Track your ballot at myvote.wi.gov.
Well, it was cooler than Monday, but still well above average and really a pleasant, really Tuesday for most of the area as you look outside. Still, we're looking at the temperatures in the 50s to the 40s with plenty of clear skies. We do have cloud cover a little bit coming in tonight. It is still fairly dry out there. Relative humidity this time of year is getting back into the 20%. So fire danger with all the dead fuels out there is something to keep in mind of each day. We're going to see that, especially as we get closer to the end of the week where the winds start picking up too. But for this evening, getting back down to just 39 degrees with a few clouds out there. Overall, very pleasant conditions for this time of March. More clouds up to Eau Claire. We got a little system that's going to pass to the north, so more clouds, but overall staying dry, getting back down to just 36 by 10 p.m. Overnight lows, really, we're going to see temperatures in the upper 20s to low 30s. That passing system to the north will provide plenty of clouds north of I-94. Further south you go, more just partly cloudy skies, but still overall very mild conditions for this point of March. Tomorrow, we're going to see temperatures climb closer to 60 for a lot of areas with the wind turning around. Plenty of sunshine too. A really very nice Wednesday, in fact, and it's just going to get better. Overall, that's your activity. The clouds, now the precipitation will be coming. Later on, we're going to kind of time out when we actually are going to see some precipitation, which includes some thunderstorms for the first time this year.
All right. Thanks, Greg. Viroqua Area Schools is asking for community input as it searches for a new district administrator. Tom Burkhalter is leaving after 5 years in the role to take the same job in Reedsburg, 20 miles where he grew up. The district is asking residents to fill out an online survey by this Friday. It asks voters what qualities they want to see in the next administrator. A search for Burkhalter's replacement comes as the district seeks a 2-year, $2.6 million operating referendum to maintain staff, class sizes, and programs. If approved, it would raise property taxes $11 a year per $100,000 of property value.
Residents in Toma took advantage of free tax assistance today. Western Technical College hosted their annual volunteer income tax assistance event. Volunteers helped individuals and families earning less than $84,000 a year file their tax returns.
Especially with a lot of the folks that we are working with, where every dollar really counts. It's a nice thing to do, so that again that they're not really leaving any money on the table that way.
More opportunities for students who need help filing their taxes will be on campus. We'll have those dates listed on our digital platforms. April 15th is the annual deadline to file taxes.
Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers was at UWL this morning, still pushing support for campus projects. Evers' 2-year state budget includes $194 million to finish the Prairie Springs Science Center and replace the outdated Cowley Hall. Evers' full budget would spend $856 million on UW buildings over the next 2 years. La Crosse Assemblywoman Jill Billings says the Prairie Springs project would be investing in the future of Wisconsin's workforce.
Good for students, and it's good for our workforce. We know that 80 to 87% of our health science students stay in Wisconsin for 10 years. So this provides an excellent workforce. So we need to complete this project.
The UW system has labeled Prairie Springs the highest priority capital project across the state. Pressure as the stock market dips.
Financial experts share advice on how to stay calm and manage your investments during uncertainty.
As the chill of winter sets in, there's nothing like the warmth and ambiance of a fireplace to transform your home into a cozy haven. If you've been dreaming of adding a fireplace or upgrading your current one, now is the perfect time. At La Crosse Fireplace Company, our winter sale offers the opportunity to bring comfort and style to your home at fantastic prices. Stop in this month and save 15% off on the fireplace you've always wanted. La Crosse Fireplace Company, because your place is by the fire.
When she was a lawyer, Susan Crawford defended Planned Parenthood.
And she personally trusts women to decide whether to have an abortion.
Not Brad Schimmel.
He wants to take us back to the 1849 law
that bans abortion for rape and the health of the mother.
So Susan Crawford is the common sense judge who will protect our rights. And Brad Schimmel is the extremist who will take them away.
That's why we need
Susan Crawford. Susan Crawford.
Susan Crawford on the Supreme Court.
I'm Steve from Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions. If you have trouble opening a window or keeping one in place, you may have frame damage, worn materials, or even hidden problems you can't see. You need a trusted window company to evaluate it, check for hidden issues, and possibly replace the window. Our team will complete our Weather Guardian 15-step installation process on every job to ensure your home and family are safe before we leave. Save $100 off each window and door, plus an additional $500 off when you purchase 10 windows or more, plus no interest financing available.
At Spectrum, we believe every day unlocks unlimited possibilities to bring you closer to the people and places you love. Spectrum transforms your gaming experience into a galaxy of adventures. And with the fastest, most reliable internet, you're always front row to the entertainment you love, no matter where you are. Get Spectrum Internet Premier for $30 per month when bundled plus a 3-year price guarantee. Call 1-833-440-0029. Spectrum Internet puts streaming live TV, sports, and popular apps all at your fingertips.
The market's dropping again over tariff whiplash. The Dow dropping 478 points after President Trump threatened to hike tariffs on steel and aluminum from Canada to 50%. The broader S&P 500 fell 3/4 of a point and the Nasdaq fell almost 1/4 of a point. A jittery stock market and fears of a recession has people worried about their 401ks. So is it time to make some changes? News 8 Now's Allison Fergit has the answers. Allison.
Ken and Emily, as stocks tumble, some might be worried about their financial future. I spoke with TrustPoint's Chief Investment Officer about what you need to know.
Something that's on everyone's mind is trying to find that economic security.
As the stock market dips, anxiety is growing around the economy.
Market declines are unpleasant for everyone.
Jan Arsenal, TrustPoint's Chief Investment Officer, says during declines like this, people have a tendency to rethink their investment goals and portfolios.
They should just stay put and be patient and stay disciplined.
While he recognizes these declines can be nerve-wracking, he says there's no reason to panic yet.
If you look historically, markets have corrected on average by about 10% per year.
He says the worst thing to do if you're worried is to make drastic changes to your portfolio. The best thing to do? Talk to an expert.
If you're working with a financial advisor, talk to your financial advisor. If you have a financial plan in place, that may be a good time to review your plan to make sure it still aligns with your long-term goals.
Despite the market falls, there are some stocks that are safer to bet on.
We typically see the more defensive sectors and industries performing better.
That could consist of utilities, healthcare, and consumer staples. Arsenault says it's hard to say whether we are heading toward a recession, but he gave some general signals to watch out for.
Capital expenditure, consumption, retail sales, employment would be all components that are important to determine if the economy is going in the wrong direction.
He also says now could be a good time to invest in international companies for more stability. Ken and Emily?
All right, thank you, Allison.
We'll have more news ahead.
But first,
we have dry conditions, maybe even record highs throughout this week, but we do have storms coming in the picture for Friday evening. We'll break all that down coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
We know that home is where you can be yourself. Whether that's working on your cooking skills or getting in a very quick workout, home is your happy place. Get the loan that fits you. Apply for your home loan with Ultra today.
Get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy.
The biggest thing I want to get across to people, whether it's via email or voicemail or text, is we are a local Wisconsin family-owned turnkey solar company.
We have project managers that will walk you through the process, keep you informed along the way, and make sure that the communication is the best that it can be.
All the financial benefits are awesome. And then on top of that, it's green energy. How can you lose?
We're an implant-focused practice. I think the advantage of a father-daughter practice is, I've been at this for 30 years now. I learned things that worked well and things that didn't work so well.
And it was fun to be able to just jump in and kind of complement that. I feel like it made both of us stronger.
You don't expect it when you walk into a dental office. You don't expect the family aspect, but when you walk into our doors, we're going to give you that.
If you think you have a full mouth of challenges, come see us. Come down for a free consultation.
Phones were made to help us connect, yet somehow they've made us less connected. Which is ironic, don't you think? We try to put our phones down, but we need to pick them up to see the menu. We can't watch something without also watching something else.
Ironic.
Ironic. But look, here's a phone company who wants you to use your phone less.
That's ironic.
Yeah, but in a good way. Let's find us again with Us Mode. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Traffic jam.
Ugh. and I'm already late.
When my sister was murdered 15 years ago, Brad Schimmel kept his promise to us. He told us he was going to get us justice, and he did. When I see these commercials attacking him, I have a lot to say about that, because Brad would kneel next to my mom and hold her hands. And you're gonna tell me that's a person that doesn't care about victims? I'm sorry, that is not true. Brad puts victims first, and that's the type of person that should be in the Wisconsin Supreme Court.
Banking should be easy. Ultra's A+ accounts put online and mobile banking at your fingertips. Plus, a contactless debit card for everyday purchases. No stress, just banking made for you. Now that's worth celebrating. Open your account today.
Definitely a warm stretch of weather here going back to this weekend, and it looks like it's going to continue through at least Friday, and then we got the changing things for the weekend and next week. But definitely this weekend, 50s tomorrow, 60s on Thursday. The record highs potentially will come Friday in the 70s. And don't discount, like I said, that I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, that low relative humidity during the day. We definitely have a lot of fuels out there that are dry, dormant, that haven't greened up. So fire danger can be quite high as we go throughout this week, and especially once the winds pick up Friday ahead of the system. So that'll be a day to watch for fire weather concerns potentially too. We do have thunderstorms coming back in Friday evening. It looks like that could be severe. It just depends on how things play out Friday. Better chance for severe if you go further south into Iowa and Illinois. We'll see if these storms can kind of maintain the intensity as they lift north throughout the evening hour going into the weekend too. But for tomorrow's highs, basically a lot of 50s over here. A few areas may hit the 60-degree mark. Light winds, plenty of sunshine, really a fantastic day Wednesday. And even gets better if you like warmer conditions for Thursday. More areas will be in the mid-60s. Once again, we should be in the low to mid-40s this time of year, so we're still about 20 degrees above average. As we go into Friday, that's when we have some record highs. I think we'll break it probably in La Crosse. Eau Claire could break it. We'll be in the mid-70s. Notice the wind starts turning around to the south-southeast. And that'll start picking up too, especially during the afternoon time frame. And that's when we could have a little bit of concern, because this will probably drop the relative humidity in the afternoon quite low, maybe teens to 20s. So it could be prime for fire. Ahead of the system, and it's a very strong system coming out of the Plain States, a severe threat. We got a probable cause all the way up to almost our area. A better shot of severe more in the more usual areas for this time of the month, March down to the south. But that is an opportunity we're going to have to keep an eye on. As you see, it kind of stretches all the way up to about just north of I-90. As we see this, it'll be Friday evening. The thunderstorms will be weakening as they lift north. We'll just see how far north they get, but that threat is there as we wrap around this system too. As we kind of time it out, you can see Friday overall, most of the day will be dry all the way through almost the evening commute. It really is not till 6 or 7 you start seeing the line of showers and thunderstorms developing to our southeast, the line stretching towards Iowa, towards further central Illinois. That will lift north after about 7 to 8. That's when we'll see probably the time frame from 7 to about 10 p.m. is probably the severe threat, is a line of showers and thunderstorms, and moderate rainfall lifts north through the area. By the time we get to after midnight, we'll probably see a break behind this low, and you can see there's actually some clearing skies here. So Saturday morning, you might actually see a little bit of break in the precipitation before this whole thing wraps up and we get more showers and more wind in the afternoon of Saturday. So Saturday won't be a complete washout. Friday night probably will for a good portion of the area as we look at that low begin to lift up. You can see by 6 a.m. most of the precip is to the north. As you look at the lightning activity, you can see this is showing intensity of the line. You can see as we approach the area, it does weaken a little bit. So we'll see some thunderstorms. It just matters how close we get to the area that we could see maybe potential for some strong ones. So just be aware and pay attention to the forecast. And you've got Friday evening activities, monitor as we get closer to the event. But we definitely will see the winds gusting 30 to 35 in the afternoon of Friday ahead of that. So that's why you could see a little bit of a fire weather concern. Otherwise, cooler back down as we go towards Sunday and Monday. Sunday actually will feel quite chilly with that 40 degrees in that north wind. And yes, there could be a change over to snow with the system, potentially Saturday night or Sunday, but not accumulation expected. So enjoy the very nice spring-like warmth here through Friday, because then things are going to change a little bit.
A good mix of stuff in the month of March, as
yes,
always.
It is.
Thanks, Greg. Coming up next in sports, a pair of Badger stars landing on the league's all-conference lists. Plus, the UWL men still dancing. Hear from a couple Eagles as the program continues its historic campaign. Jacob is next.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
Verizon and AT&T announced price hikes a total of 10 times in the past 2 years. Doesn't that blow your mind? Families can switch to T-Mobile and get all the benefits of their plans while saving 20%. T-Mobile blows the competition away.
T-Mobile will also give you up to $800 when you switch.
Mind blown. Is that a jet engine?
Go to T-Mobile.com to see how families can save 20% and get $800.
That's lunch.
To everyone who believes in tradition, come enjoy a few of ours from Wisconsin.
People in Wisconsin love a good fish fry.
Really love. And we love sharing it with guests everywhere.
At Culver's, we still batter our North Atlantic cod by hand to order.
And we cook it to a crispy, golden perfection just for you.
For you.
For you.
So it's crispy outside, flaky inside. Let us take care of you.
With some homegrown traditions we were raised on.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
This is Curtis O'Brien, a convicted felon. He sexually assaulted a 5-year-old Wisconsin girl multiple times. Judge Susan Crawford could have given him 60 years in prison, but she let him walk. 2 years in prison. That's it. While his victim lives with the scars forever. She even let the predator live across the street from an elementary school. That was Crawford's choice. Another dangerous decision from Susan Crawford, putting all our kids at risk. She's just wrong for Wisconsin.
The Silverado Trail Boss. And a little work. And a little play. And a truck that says no to nothing. And Chevrolet.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Well-qualified buyers can get 2.9% financing for 72 months on this Silverado. Or get $4,350 total value. Plus, current Chevy owners can get $4,000 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
Covering all the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
Well, it has been a magical season for the UW La Crosse men's basketball team. Eagles just one of 16 teams left with a realistic chance of becoming a national champion. Over the weekend, UWL soaring past Greenville and then grinding out a win against St. Norbert to punch their ticket to the second weekend of the Big Dance. The Eagles have already made history as they've set a record for wins, along with having never made it to this stage of the tournament. But the chance to keep adding to their legacy is one of the major factors that's keeping them energized and inspired.
It's easy to, kind of lose motivation, lose focus at the end of the year, and kind of look ahead. But right now, everyone's locked in. We're guarding really well. I think this weekend we defended really well, especially. But everyone's just kind of, bringing their A game every day and understanding what's at stake. And I think when you do that as a team, it can be really special, and we have a chance to do something really special right now.
And the Eagles are not running away from the pressure. They are embracing it because the guys know that this team is capable of amazing things, and their belief in one another is strong.
Coming into practice Monday, I think just kind of understanding what we're doing is the first time ever in school history, and riding that wave, but also understanding that we've put a lot of work since September with conditioning and all that. And that's kind of why we're here, understanding that the confidence comes from preparation, so there's no reason for us not to be confident.
UW La Crosse will be back in action on Friday at 7 o'clock, taking on 9th-ranked Illinois Wesleyan, that game being held on campus at Mitchell Hall. Well, the Big Ten Conference announcing their postseason honors, and John Tonje was named to the first team. Tonje has taken his game to a new level this season, averaging 18.9 points per game and 5.1 rebounds per game. He's the first All-Big Ten first-team honoree since Johnny Davis back in 2022. Meanwhile, John Blackwell, the Badgers' second leading scorer at 15.6 a game, was named to the honorable mention team following his All-Big Ten freshman team campaign a season ago. And in case you haven't heard the news, Brewers baseball, it'll be on the air on 8.2 for 10 regular season games and 3 spring training games as well this Saturday, Sunday, and next Friday as well. So if you got the channel, definitely tune in. See us. We'll have some coverage throughout the season as well. Maybe doing some live hits from AmFam Field. So that could be in the works as well.
For those of us who don't know, how uncommon is this for this channel? Like, is this doesn't happen?
This is essentially unheard of.
Yeah, this is new territory. It's usually on the FanDuel Sports Network.
Okay.
And we're taking some as well. So it's very
Good
cool.
deal.
Definitely a new and exciting thing. So we're looking forward to having them on the airwaves.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah, you know how big of a Brewers fan I am. So
yeah,
this is is fantastic. It's like a match made in heaven right here.
Of course.
Yeah,
So
it is.
definitely see if you have that antenna or also Dish, Charter, and go through those channels to find it. And if you have any questions, feel free to shoot me an email as well. So that's
All
what I'm doing.
right, sounds good. All right, Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this.
Get the day's news in your inbox. Email newsletters from News 8 Now. Sign up today. Go to news8000.com/newsletters to get started.
Protect yourself from the harsh sun with Sonesta retractable awnings and solar screens from Asher Laston Exteriors. Use promo code 15 and receive up to 20% off your entire project. Connect with the Asher team today and request a free, no-obligation consultation at goasher.com.
It's Truck Month at your local Northland Ford dealers. Time for exclusive offers on your favorite Ford trucks, including F-150 and Super Duty, the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years. Ford F-Series. Get Truck Month ready with all-weather features that make life easier, like heated seating, a heated steering wheel, and remote start. Great deals on your favorite Ford trucks. That's how you get Truck Month ready. Now get over $12,000 in total savings on a new 2024 Ford F-150. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Protect yourself from the harsh sun with Sonesta retractable awnings and solar screens from Asher Laston Exteriors. Use promo code 15 and receive up to 20% off your entire project. Connect with the Asher team today and request a free, no-obligation consultation at goasher.com.
All right, another nice night. We'll just have a few more clouds as you go further north, but not expecting any precipitation from areas along Eau Claire. Otherwise, mild conditions, upper 20s, low 30s. So once again, temperatures just continue to climb throughout the week, potentially record high Friday. And our first good chance probably for some thunderstorms or at least wet conditions Friday evening. We'll have to keep a check on that. Otherwise, much cooler in the weekend, especially on Sunday. That'll definitely feel back to like March-like weather. But the good news is St. Patty's Day looks pretty good.
Speaking of much cooler, it's someone's birthday today. Our favorite weatherman, Greg Barnhart. Everyone wish him a happy birthday. Can you all say happy birthday with him, please?
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Many happy returns.
Oh, yes.
Good,
It was a
sir.
special day.
Thanks for joining us tonight at 6. We'll see you at 10.